Okay, so the third problem is number 6. It says let g of x equal the integral from 0 to x of ft dt, where f is a function whose graph is shown below. And this is the graph that I created. So the first part is evaluate g of 0, g of 4, and g of 9. And so this is asking for the area under the curve between the curve and the x-axis. So starting with g of 0, being that the function starts at 0, the area here would be simply 0. At g of 4, I would have to break apart the figure here into one rectangle in the middle, one trapezoid, and one triangle. And so I would start with the trapezoid, with being half times height, which is 1, times, half times 1 the height times base 1 right here is 1 plus 2 the second base right here, and then adding it to the area of the rectangle, which would be 2 the height times the width, which is 1, and adding that to the area of the triangle, which would be half times base times height, which would be half times the base, which is 2, and then the height, which would be also 2. This would all eventually add up. Well, let's see, 3/2 plus 2 plus 2, and this would end up being 11/2. For g of 9, we would be taking the area of the whole function that is shown. So we begin with 11/2, which is the positive portion of the function, subtracted by the area of the negative portion, which we can calculate by splitting the figure into 3 parts. Well, technically 5 in total. So we can start with square, 1 by 1 square, which is also on the other side. So we can multiply that by 2. 2 times 1 times 1 plus 2 trapezoids. And so half times height times base 1 plus base 2, and we multiply that by 2. Let's begin with 2 times half. Those would eventually cancel. Height, which in both these cases would be 1. And then they both have base 1 of 1 and base 2 of 2. And then lastly, we have the rectangle in the middle, which has an area of 2 times 1. After simplifying this, you would get 2 plus 3 plus 2 for the negative portion. So we would subtract 7 from 11/2, and we would get to an answer of negative 3/2 for the area of the whole function at g of 9. going through all my work again. For the second portion, 6c, it asks for the maximum value of g on the interval of the function, which is, in this case, is 0 to 9. We would find a max in general cases to be the point where the function or the slope changes from increasing to decreasing. And since the graph shown is ft and ft is the derivative of g of x, this is the function, or this graph shows the slopes of